Brendan Burke.
Hello.
How are you?
This is his bar and all the land back down the hill I showed you. That's all his farm.
It's so lovely around here.
Yeah, it's a grand spot all along for going for walks of that. All along by the cliffs.
It's lovely all around here. What do you have?
I'll get this fin bar. What would you like?
I'll have a pint then. What's it you, if it's going, heart please, Brendan.
Valerie, what would you like?
Could I have a glass of white wine, please?
Yeah. I'm just going to run at the house.
Oh no, don't now. Don't put yourself in any trouble.
Oh, no trouble. I have a bottle.
It's always a bottle of the old vino left over from fucking Christmas.
It's not too often the wine doesn't be flowing in here.
What embarrassment now.
Relax there. Sit yourself down and don't mind us. Don't mind these country fellas.
Jesus, you're not long out of it yourself, says the man, huh?
They're only jealous, Valerie, because I went to the town to seek me fortune. They stayed out here in the countryside picking their holes.
You didn't have too far to seek. A quick look at big fin bars, well, there's more like it, huh?
Big fin bars will. That's shrewd investment, boy. That's an eye for the gap.
He probably fleeced you more than Elan's place, did he?
I have to say I don't think so.
Good girl.
There's reason around here now, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Is there much doing up in it?
Oh, hardly any.
A few floorboards, a bit of paint.
Well, there's your man if you're looking for a good pair of hands.
Is that right?
Alright, I'll have a look at that for you if you like. I know that house.
You don't want to be charging through the nose now.
No.
The right neighbourly rate is the thing, huh?
Go on.
Would you listen to him? Neighbourly rates. Wasn't by giving neighbourly rates you bought half the fucking town?
Half the fucking town. I bought the whole town. Eye for the gap, you see.
Aye, for your gap.
How long has that been sitting in there in some drawer?
It was a present or some 1990. No, vintage, huh? Oh, it's alright now.
Will you give her the feckin' thing? The tongue's hanging out of her mouth.
I think it's alright.
Thanks, Brendan. It's gorgeous. Thanks.
Good girl.
I'm going to put that in the fridge for you now, Valerie.
How did you do today, boys?
Are you calling me? Well, this fella, 11 to 4 we got her at. Came down to 6 to 4.
Sheer delight, was it?
Oh yeah. Kenny down in the shop, the knacker. Adjusting everything in this man's betting.
Would you look who's talking?
No.
He hardly ever listens to me.
Well, you know,
He's too proud, Jimmy. Too proud to admit when he needs a tip of you.
I have my policy on this. I have my principle too. The first to say it about this fella, you see. He's normally bang on the nail.
Bang off the mark, bang on the nail. He always gets it right.
Look, I have my policy. This, I have my principle too. I'm the first to say it about Jim, you see, Valerie. He's not too far off the mark.
Too far off the mark. Bang on the nail.
Banging the nail is one thing from judgment. Alright, and Jim knows that I don't mean anything by this. He knows that because we've talked about it before. But he has a scientific approach, Valerie. He studies the form now, you know. Do you bet on the horses?
No.
Good girl.
Well now, Jim, how much would you make on a month on the horses?
No, Jack, it evens out like
How much did you make that time? When Cheltenham was on that time?
220.
£220 now, Valerie, in like 3 days.
I know, yeah, but Jack, you know, that'd be, you know.
I know that'd be a bigger win, but he was planning for Cheltenham for weeks, you know, Valerie. He'd be in here tinkering with his figures and, you know, the newspaper up there in the counter. Brendan.
Oh,
For
yeah.
Cheltenham.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, I have an outlet. That's what I do. And to be honest, I don't be too bothered. It's a bit of fun, and that's the way it should be. So I'm not going to be listening to somebody say, do this and do that and you'll be right. Just to win a few bob. There's no fun in that. And the principle of it, you know.
The principle of the thing is to win a few quid, not be given out.
Who's giving out? I'm not giving out. All I'm saying is that the way I go about it, it's not the science. It's the luck. It's something that's not the facts, the figures.
And you and Kenny get down on your knees and latch out a few Hail Marys before he stamps your docket or something.
It's not like that. I'm not talking about that, for fuck's sake.
So what the hell are you talking about? You got a tip of Jim and you won. So what are you talking about?
Right, well, I'll tell you it's right. If you don't want to listen, right. I don't have a system, and I do. I do lose a few bob every now and again. So then I take a little tip from Jim, and that'll help finance another few bets over the next few weeks. And I have 1 or 2 wins myself as well, you know, and don't forget. I have 1 or 2.
You do not go on with that chit chat.
I do.
The last winner you had was probably red rum or fucking something, huh?
You wouldn't be messing like this, you know.
What do you have? Jim?
Small one, please. Finbar.
Jack, a small one, pint, bottle. Bottles, is it?
Ah, the top is fact.
Typical. Small one then.
Small one, please.
Valerie.
No, I'm okay for
Go on, top that up.
Honestly, I'm fine, thank
Are
you.
you sure?
I'm fine, thanks.
Alright then, we won't force you. Could I have 3 small ones, please, Brent? You having one yourself?
I'm debating whether to have one.
Oh, go on, have one. When the hell did you get another drink off the Finbar fella?
Will you listen
He's
to
all
that?
annoyed now you're having one.
Listen to that.
Sure, that fella peeled a banana in his pocket.
Oh, is that what it is?
First time in here in ages, bringing in lovely company. I want to watch that Jimmy fella. There's more going on there than he lets on. Is that what that is? And look at me buying the drinks like a feckin' Egypt. Nah, it's not right. What do you think, Valerie?
It's terrible.
It's awful. Here you go, Brendan. I bet you don't see too many of the 20s in here. What's with the boys? Huh? Cheers. Good luck.
Cheers.
What do you put up with that fella showing you around anyway?
He was a lot quieter today.
Well, you're seeing the real Finbar now. The quiet Finbar. We've never seen it. This one comes out at night, you see.
He was giving me the history of the place and everything today.
Oh, Jesus, the history of the place. You were probably making it all up on the spot, were you?
Oh yeah, I was, yeah. That's why all those pictures on the back are fake. I had them taken years ago, just so I could fool Valerie tonight.
Oh, that's all around here, is it?
It is, yeah. That's the Weir. When was that taken, Brent?
1951.
1951. The Weir, the river, the Weir, was for generating power for the area and for carry. Is that your father there, Brendan?
Yeah, I think your dad's in it too.
Oh, he is. Look here, Valerie. That's Big Finbar. And that's Paddy's father, or Brendan's father, Paddy Byrne. This was when the ESB opened, a big thing around here.
Oh, yeah.
You look like your father. You don't, Brendan.
He looks like his mother's. He's more like the Mangans. Now, do you think this is here in the shorts?
Is that you?
How will you go on? How could you miss that big fucking head in any yoke? Excuse the language there, Valerie. That's Jack.
Oh my god. How old were you there, Jack?
Oh, I'd have been about 7.
I wouldn't have said that was you.
You must be joking. You couldn't miss that big mutton head anywhere. So the photographer nearly had to tell him to go home to make room in the picture. Isn't that right, Jack?
That's right. And there's your dad nearly climbing into the camera there.
He's the pillar of the community, Valerie. Nobody had anything against him. Except headers like your man here.
Is that right, Finbar? Well, I'm just getting in here now to do something up against the pillar of the community.
He's a desperate fella, that one.
Where was this taken?
That's the view from our top field up there.
It's an amazing view.
And be one of the best views of all around here, wouldn't it be, Brendan?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it would be alright.
All the Germans do come trekking down here during the summer, up from the campsite.
Right.
They do come up. This would be the scenic area of all around here. There's the stories of the fairies up in the fields. Isn't there a fort up there?
It's a kind of a one.
A fairy fort.
And the Germans do love all that.
It's like a ring of trees.
The area would have lots of stories like that. It'd be steeped in folklore. What's the story with the fairy road? Who told it that time?
Jack will tell you them stories.
That's the abbey there now.
Oh yeah.
You can see more of it now. What was that there, Brendan? When was that?
Back in 15 something, there was a synod of bishops all came there and met for
This townland used to be quite important. Back a few hundred years ago. I suppose like the capital of the county it would have been.
Right.
Hey, it'd be all very historic around here. Jack, I was just saying, what's the story with the fairy road?
The fairy road? I'm going to the toilet for 2 minutes. I can't leave you alone for 2 minutes.
I was just telling Valerie about the fort and everything. What's the story with the fairy road? Where was it?
Are you really interested? All the babies.
Sure, look, it's just a bit of a joke. I mean, where was it?
Well, you're going to regret me saying this now. Because you know whose house it was.
Whose?
It was Maura Nealon's house.
Oh, Jesus.
See, that's as much cop on as you have.
Fucking forgot it was Morris.
These are only out stories, Valerie.
You're not going to be scaring her now.
I'm interested in them.
They're not scary.
It's only a load of old shite. You hear all kind of stories like that.
No, I'd like to hear it.
It's a good little story.
Ah, no, it's only short. It's just Maura. Nealon. used to come in here in the evening, sit over there at the fire. And how old was she, Jim? When she died?
She'd have been nearly 90.
90. But she was a grand, sprightly kind of a woman, right up to the end, like. And she swore that this happened when she was only a little girl. She lived in that house all her life. She had older brothers and sisters, and she was the youngest. And her mother, Bridie. She was a well-known woman in the area, widow woman. She was a bit of a character, a bit of a practical joker, you know. And Maura was always saying that Bridie would always be doing things on the other kids and that, you know, hiding their clothes and this, or telling them old fibs about what a certain boyfriend or girlfriend had said about them out in the road, about coming courting or this, you know. And she was always shouting from up the stairs, "There's someone at the door." She was always saying, "There's someone at the door, there's someone coming up the path," you know. And they never would be. And people got used to her, and she liked her joke. But Maura said that back in 1910 or 1911, the other kids were getting ready to go out for a dance or whatever was happening, you know. And Brady came down the stairs and said, "Hey, he's not going to get the door." And they were all like, "Oh, here we go again," you know. But Brady came down and opened the door, and there was nobody there. And she didn't say anything. She wasn't making a big deal out of it. Maura was only young. She knew there was something wrong, because she wasn't cracking the jokes. And later, when the rest had all gone out, it was just her and her mother sitting at the fire. Her mother was very quiet. And Maura said, she'd normally send Maura up to bed early enough, like. But Maura remembered this night, because her mother never sent her up. She wanted somebody with her, you see. And in those days, Valerie, as you know, there was no electricity out here. And there's no dark like a winter's night in the country. And there was a wind like this one tonight, howling and whistling in off the sea. You'd hear it under the door, and it's like someone singing to you, singing at you under the door. It was this kind of a night now, all right. Am I setting the scene for you there? Wimbar's looking a bit edgy. He wants to finish that small one, I think.
Never mind my small one. You're making awful heavy weather of this yarn, Jack.
No, you have to enjoy it. You have to relish the details or something like that. So, there they were, sitting there. Bridie was staring at the fire, very quiet, and smiling every now and again at Maura. Maura said she could see a bit of wet in her eyes. And then there was a soft knocking at the front door. Someone at the door. Bridie never moved. And Maura said, "Will I get the door, Mommy?" Bridie was like, "No, sure, it's only someone playing a trick on us. They'll go away." There was no more knocking for a while then. And back then, Valerie, you know, there was no extension where the kitchen is now. That was the back door. And only a little latch on it. And that's where the next knocking came from. Soft and low down the door. Like, not up here where you'd expect a grown man or woman to be knocking. And again, Bridie was like, "Oh, sure, it's only someone playing a trick. They'll go away." Then it was out the window. Maura couldn't see out into the night, and her mother wouldn't let her go over. So they just sat there. And when the fire was down, Bridie wouldn't go out to get more turf for the fire, because it was out in the shed. So they just sat there till the others came back, well after midnight.
What was it?
Well, Maura said her mother never told the others. But one day, it was just her and her mother there. A priest came, blessed the doors and the windows. And there was no more knocking after that.